All right, thanks so much for joining us for training tonight. What we are going to cover is two very important things, how to effectively approach your prospect. And tonight our prospect is going to be played by Ed Farrell. And the prospect's name, as always, is Chucky. He is our favorite recruit. And I'm going to show you how I, being Ed, is going to reach out to a close friend of his who is a current business owner. He's a chiropractor. I'm going to show him how he can tie this TranzactCard opportunity into his personal life, strengthening his relationship with his kids, because anybody who's got teenagers knows that you need everything you can to keep close and strong relationship with your kids, and how this can help to market and build up his patient clientele base for his chiropractic business. Now, the important thing to understand is that I am Ed recruiting Chucky, but I'm also going to transition, and I'll remind everybody while we're doing it, that I'm not, as Ed, going to answer questions. It's very fair that Chucky's going to have some questions, but I, as Ed, am going to show you how to get those questions addressed without being the expert, and then transition to the expert. So with that, Ed Farrell, we're getting ready to get started. So as you know, when the phone goes ring, ring, what happens?
Hello.
Hey, Chucky, how you doing, bud?
Yo, Ed. What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, but I wanted to ask before I get started, am I catching you at a good time? I got something important I want to talk about, but I want to make sure you're not in the middle of anything right now.
Well, you know me, man. I'm always jammed up, but I got a couple minutes. What's going on?
Fantastic. I only need 5 minutes. Well, I don't know if I have mentioned this to you. As you know, I started a coaching business
Yeah.
about a year ago,
Yeah.
and I'm still pushing forward that, but I'm constantly looking for ways to create more awareness, more door openers for my coaching business. And I found something that right now seems to be working very good because it has a very, very broad, wide reaching appeal for people. And when I started to look into it, I immediately thought of you specifically because I know you struggle the same way I do with, hey, I got some kids and I want to stay as close and connected to my kids as possible. So I know you love your kids. And I think what you see here will help strengthen and develop that relationship between you and your children on a personal level, but also with your chiropractic business. I'm thinking that this could do the same thing for you as it's doing for me, which is create an awareness and a stickiness for your patients of your chiropractic business, but also to help boost that patient base, to give your current patients a solid reason to go out there and let all of their friends and family that may or may not right now have a chiropractor give you a look. Does that sound even a little bit something you might be curious about?
I mean, you said a lot. I'm very curious how you'd be able to relate, business with family ties and things like that. So, what's going on?
All right, fair enough. Well, here's the deal. The favor is literally going to take you less than 5 minutes. It's a short 2.5 minute video that I want you to watch. And here's the reason why I need you to watch it for me. You're going to fall into one of three categories, Chucky. First category is you see it, you like it, and we figure out, a way we can make some money. Second way, or the second option that you're going to see this, is you look at it and you say, thanks, but no thanks. It's not really for me. But unless you can give me a compelling reason not to pursue it, I am going to be reaching out as a friend, as a personal favor, to get some referrals from you. And quite honestly, I would never disrespect you and ask you to endorse something or refer people to a project or a program that you knew nothing about. Does that make sense, Chucky?
Okay. Yeah.
And the third option, or the third reason, is you might look at it and say, dude, this is so stupid. Not only do I not want to do it, I'll never refer anybody to it. And if that's the case, you might be saving me from making a big mistake by pointing something out that I overlooked. But the bottom line is I am not going to be the last person or the only person that sees this opportunity and shares it with you. And I would be absolutely furious with myself if I found out down the road, 3 months, 6 months, a year from now, that you were actively involved as somebody else's business partner because I was too stupid to share it with you. So if you say yes, great. If you say no, thanks, great. As long as you're saying yes or no to me. Does that make sense, Chucky, as to why I need you to take these couple of minutes?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about making money now, and I'm still trying to figure out
I've known you
what
for
we're
a
talking
while.
about.
I know you're not opposed to making money, correct?
Well, of course not. We're
Okay.
businessmen. Of course not.
So I'm just putting it out there. There's a great opportunity, but I'm not going to make that decision for you. I just want you to look at it, evaluate it, and just give me your honest opinion. Fair enough? Literally less than 3 minutes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And you got that time right now? You're available?
Yeah, yeah. As long as you're saying it's just a few minutes.
All right. Hang on one second. I'm going to text it over to you. Bing, bang, boom. You got the video.
Yep.
Magic, boom, video just ended. I'm watching it with him. I'm on the phone, actively engaged, so that I know, and this is important, so that I know he does watch it. And most importantly, I can get his feedback immediately. Because the second you send information off to somebody, you're chasing after them. You're like literally a stalker, and they go into witness protection. And the bottom line is you just want their opinion. So in this role play, Chucky has just listened to it. I'm on the phone listening. I know it ended. Chucky, thank you so much. As I promised, it would be less than 3 minutes. I now know that at least you've got a baseline understanding of what TranzactCard is doing, how we're able to go out there and stretch that dollar from $1 to $1.50, or $1 to $1.50, $2, $2.50, based on how we apply those Z-Bucks. But I'm going to shut up and let you give me your thoughts on it. What do you think? Do you see yourself utilizing it and benefiting with those Z-Bucks, or do you see yourself maybe as a business partner making some money with it with me?
Well, I mean, it's a card with a club. So, I mean, is this real money that we're talking about? I'm kind of confused.
That is a fantastic question that I'm going to get addressed for you. But yes, you can see we're talking about real money being spent and real money being applied.
Okay. Now, I guess I'm trying to figure out how this relates to my kids.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm new to this. And I
Okay.
was introduced to this by a really good friend of mine. I've known him for 25 years. And as much as I'm excited about it, I would be doing you a disservice if I try to half-ass these question and answers. My job right now is to make sure that you get every single question you could possibly want answered to your satisfaction, so that you can make the best decision for yourself based on the correct information, not stuff that I half baked. So all I'm asking you right now is throw every question at me. I've got the first two written down, and I need to know, honestly, whatever questions you need answered to make the best decision for yourself.
But you decided to do this though.
Absolutely.
But you can't tell me like what like
If you want me to make the decision for you, I could absolutely do that. But out of respect for you, I mean, I'm going to say this on a scale of 1 to 100, where do you rate your IQ? On the upper echelon or the lower echelon?
come on now. I know you're just screwing around with me now.
I'm asking sincerely.
I like to think I'm up there.
Okay. So if somebody said, hey, would you like to stretch $1 to $1.50, or possibly $2, or possibly $2.50? What's the common high IQ answer to that?
Well, it's going to be of course, but there's questions of how that works.
There you go. Well, that's why I said to you, I can say yes to those concepts, but I don't want to screw up the explanation of how. I mean, I'll ask another stupid question. Do you want answers or the best answers?
Well, of course, I want the best answers.
Okay.
Wouldn't you?
Well, that's why I'm trying to say to you, You give me the questions, and together I'm going to deliver all of those answers through Mr. John Costino, a close personal friend of mine who introduced this to me.
All right. So, but he's the guy. I don't, now you're bringing in someone else. I just watched a video. What are
Well,
you
again,
getting me into?
I'm not getting you into anything. I mean, again, back to the baseline. Who's making this decision, you or me?
I like to think that I am.
That's exactly right. Do you like making decisions based on dumb stuff or accurate information?
Obviously, I want the accurate information, man.
Now, you know I'm not a humble person, right? I've got enough ego and confidence to fill two buckets.
Starting to wonder.
Well, I'm just being honest. If you want me to lie to you, I can lie to you, but I'm telling you, I don't have enough information to speak accurately enough to give you the right information to make the best decision. So I'd be screwing you and me if I half-ass this. If you're saying that you're afraid to talk to somebody, say those words and we can address that.
Well, I guess it was just what you said in the beginning. It was something related to how I can enhance my business, but then also enhance my relationship with my kids. And now,
Well, wouldn't you want that connection made?
well, of course, it's just I'm asking you questions and you're saying, but I
I'm
don't have the
saying this is
answers.
the guy. Let me say it a different way. You go to the gym still?
Of course, you know
Okay.
that.
Do you have any personal certifications in CrossFit?
No,
Okay, so you and I drag our lazy ass to the gym and work out.
sure.
Are we qualified, certified CrossFit experts to explain CrossFit and sell memberships at the gym?
Well, yeah.
We are?
Well, that's what we were sold, I guess you could say.
No.
But we're not the coaches, if that's what you're
There
asking.
you go. We're not. We are participants and we're great athletes. And as that, we deserve all the respect in the world. But the second we step ahead and say that we are now the coaches and the certified experts, that's just BS. So I'm asking you honestly, can you handle me being honest enough to say, I saw enough to participate in this, but I'm honest enough not to say I'm the expert?
That's fair. I'll give you that.
I mean, I'm just asking you to be, I'm being honest with you, and I would like you to respect my honesty enough to say, dude, that's a humble, honest answer. Take me to the guy that can answer my questions. Because honestly, Chucky, you're not doing me any favor if you make the wrong decision based on bad information.
But you're serious about this.
I wouldn't be busting your ass if I wasn't serious, I wouldn't be hitting you this hard.
Well, then who is this guy?
That's a great question. I've known him since I got out of college 25 years ago. My dad met him at a business meeting, and my old man was so impressed with this guy, he dragged me by my ears down and said, you need to watch this guy talk and you need to listen to what he says. Now, Chucky, I don't think you even knew me when I was 23, 24, did you?
No, no.
I was an out of control, arrogant little engineer who thought I had owned the world. And you know what this guy did to kind of get my butt in check?
I can't even imagine.
He asked me how serious I was about my business being successful. And like a dumbass, I told him I was very serious. And he said, okay. He said, then we're going to give you the training that you need. And I had all kinds of excuses. But you know what I did 3 nights a week that this guy understood? I went out drinking with my idiot buddies.
Only 3?
Sometimes more than 3, but I don't think he
Yeah.
knew it was 7 nights a week. But this guy was so on point that he said, you want my extra help? You want my one-on-one attention? Take your ass to Bally's with me. I'll see you there at 11 o'clock. And we would go to Bally's Fitness and work out from 11 until 12:30, 1:30. And you know what? My mom complained and she gave me a hard time about going to the gym with this guy. And I said, Mom, if I'm not going to the gym with him, I'm going drinking with a bunch of idiots. Which would you rather I do? And my mom said, go to the gym. So this guy would spend 3 and 4 nights a week at the gym one-on-one. This guy was making $15,000, $20,000 a month, training thousands of people around the country because we lived in the same neighborhood and he took pity on me and he was friends with my dad. As long as I went to the gym, I could get his one-on-one attention. So I have a tremendous amount of gratitude and respect for him because he didn't need to do that for me. And then the funny thing is, because I was such a good student with him, when I was ready to move out of the house but didn't have enough money, he had a 2-bedroom apartment. He let me rent one of the rooms, and I lived with him for about a year while I got on my feet in a transition from living at home with my parents to being able to be on my own. That's why I'm saying to you, if you want to know anything about being successful or business, this is the guy, and this is why I trust him so much.
Wow. That's quite a relationship.
Yeah.
You said he's the guy, huh?
If I knew somebody better, I'd be following that person.
That makes sense. So how do we do this then?
Well, I would say this. Let's get all of your questions addressed, because every single question you have is the most important question to me. But once I've got your questions, let's pick a time tomorrow, sometime in the next 24 hours, where we can carve out 10, 15 minutes. And that's how good he is. In less than 15 minutes, he'll be able to address your questions and give you the right information to make the best decision for you.
All right, I think I got time in between clinics tomorrow. I could probably.
Absolutely. And I totally respect your time at the office. I'll work around your schedule, and I know Mr. Costino will as well.
All right, but you owe me a drink.
When we're done, I'll buy you a drink, but you'll owe me too. How's that?
I don't know how that math works, but I guess we can figure it out.
Fair enough. Okay, so let's take a time out right here. You guys got to just witness in real time how legitimately frustrating it can be talking to a good friend who's busting your chops. Now, I would never, ever get mad at somebody for doing that polite pushback. But as you can see, I, as Ed, am standing in my own respect for my business and passing that respect to my expert. Oh, by the way, Ed, is anything I said an exaggeration or a lie or a misrepresentation about the relationship you have with Mr. Costino?
No.
So you don't have to say the guy makes $100,000 a month.
No.
You don't have to say the guy's the vice president of the company. You don't have to say anything other than your relationship with him. And I had the good fortune of meeting Ed when he was young, right out of college, living with his parents. And it's not a lie. I met his dad. His dad and I became friends. His dad loved the opportunity. Ed, how much did you like the opportunity to be getting?
I like the idea of the money, but I didn't know what the hell anyone was talking about.
Didn't want to be there, didn't want to do it.
Too early on my weekend. I was not happy at all.
The only reason he was there was because his old man forced him, and he knew that I talked to him. So the point I'm trying to make is our relationship was forged, and it's not BS. I made him go to the gym late at night. I did everything I needed to do for myself. And when in fact, the first time he said to me, he goes, I'm busy. I said, shut the hell up. You're going drinking. So you're not busy. You're just telling me you'd rather drink than be a successful entrepreneur. So go drink. And he was like, damn it. And that's how we developed our relationship. It wasn't that we were best friends. It was like, no, monkey, you can come to the gym instead of going drinking because I have the information you need and you're going to show me that you deserve it. And we had a good time in the gym. You got in good shape, right? We worked out all the time. But the point is, those are the types of relationships that you can actually develop with people in this business. And based on the personal relationships you have with people, you can lean on them. So that being said, that's the effective approach. And that's the transition from seeing the video to getting somebody who has questions to your expert. All right, you ready to switch gears, Ed?
Uh-oh.
You're still Chucky, but I'm now going to, we're going to pretend that Ed's introducing us and we're going to skip that part. And I'm now John Costino, the expert that has been edified, the respect has been created, and I'm going to talk directly with Chucky, pretending that it's a three-way with Ed, his friend. Ready to go, bud?
Yes, sir.
All right. Chucky, based on what Eddie has just shared with me, it is a pleasure to meet you and take a few minutes. How long have you been a chiropractor, sir?
Since I came out of school, I knew pretty early on that I could not work for someone else. So I opened up my shop pretty young.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm unemployable as well, so I can relate to that completely. And Ed said you guys met at the gym doing CrossFit?
Yeah, geez, has to be 6, 7 years ago now. We got partnered up and been pretty good friends since then.
That's awesome. I don't know if Ed ever told you, but I used to drag him to the gym at 11:30 midnight to work out. And that was back in the days when he was drinking 3, 4, 5 or more nights per week. So we have that in common. I used to be a college swimmer and a professional triathlete. So I've got a tremendous amount of respect for you as a chiropractor. I would have never been able to compete with all that pounding on my body without literally 3 times a week visiting my chiropractor.
I appreciate that. I work pretty hard to put together like comprehensive health programs for all my patients. So, it's never a one and done. You know how that is.
No, man, listen, it's a journey and a process. It is not an event for sure. And especially, do you get a lot of clients out of CrossFit? Because I know a lot of CrossFit people that go in out of shape, get in shape, and find all kinds of aches and pains.
I get all sorts. Current athletes, former athletes, people with injuries who never tended to them. Just people shown the wrong things, didn't take care of themselves. And this society today, everybody wants it quick and right away. So they don't really understand that, it takes time, and they didn't get broken in one day. They got broken over 20 years. So, it's my job to help them put themselves back together.
Absolutely. Everybody wants to get 20 years of abuse fixed in 3 weeks.
Of course. Yes, always.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Well, out of respect for your time, Ed has shared with me that he showed you the TranzactCard presentation as far as the membership benefits and what we're offering people. And he said you had a little interest, but you had some questions, and I appreciate you taking the time. If you'll give me a few minutes, I think I can basically show you the value that we offer, why it is such a tremendous opportunity that we're offering, and then see if we can find a way to connect it to you on a personal and on a professional level. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, I'm really curious how this all works. Ed wouldn't tell me anything, which is really frustrating.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's not that he's brand new. He's been with us for a couple of weeks. His excitement level is at a 10, but his actual we'll just say expertise is at like a 3 or a 4. So as frustrating as this, he was doing you a favor because he would never want somebody to make a decision based on wrong information. So in a nutshell, the way TranzactCard works is you may or may not have a favorite debit or credit card, but if you currently have a go-to card and rewards program, our goal is to replace that with the TranzactCard. And the reason why is for every single dollar that you spend, whether it's buying groceries, taking your family to dinner, paying bills, putting gas in your car, anything that you're spending money on can go through the TranzactCard. And here's why it has value. Instead of getting 1%, 2%, 3, 4, 5% cash back, or getting miles or points, you're going to get dollars back. They're called Z-Bucks. And the reason they're called Z-Bucks is they don't hold value to anyone outside of our TranzactCard membership, because those Z-Bucks are applied inside what's called the Z Club. Now, without going into painful detail, if I asked you a question, do you believe Amazon is a great location to look for products and pricing?
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Okay. The company's goal is to recreate in Z Club what we now have in Amazon. So they're constantly adding thousands of products every week. And I'm not going to lie to you. Let's just on the outside say that it takes them until March or April till it's fully vetted out with both products and travel. But ultimately, here's what you're going to be able to do. Go into Amazon and look for something. So let's just say you wanted a brand new pair of sneakers or a new jacket or a dress for your girlfriend or whatever. If you went into Amazon and found that $100 item, before you buy it, you would then go into the Z Club and look for the same exact item. And what you'll find is the same Nike sneakers or whatever jacket for the same exact price, but it will come with a Z-Buck option, meaning there will be a 20 to 25% on the low end, 60, 70, 75% on the high end discount by applying Z-Bucks. So you're accumulating Z-Bucks for free. You understood that, right? Every time you spend money on the Transact card, you will get an equal dollar in Z-Bucks, right?
I understand that. Yeah.
So let's just say that we go all the way to May, June, July, and you've spent, we'll be conservative, $1,500 a month. So you accumulated 1,500 Z-Bucks a month times 4 months, 6,000 Z-Bucks. And now all of a sudden you need new sneakers. You found them, $100, you like them. You said, let me go check out that stupid Z Club and see if it really works. And you find the same exact sneakers, not at a 75%, but not at a 25%. We'll meet it halfway and say at the 50% level. So you apply 50 Z-Bucks and you buy the price down from $100 to $50. Would you see any value in getting the sneakers that you were going to go buy anyway for $50 instead of $100?
Absolutely, sure.
That's the value of the Z-Buck. Now, as we had talked about from a personal level, Ed mentioned that you have a couple of children, correct?
Yeah.
What are their ages?
14 and 17.
Do you ever take trips together?
Not enough, actually.
Okay, fair question. So let me ask you a stupid question. If it were possible through this Z Club to take a cruise for free, a 4-night, 5-day cruise out of Florida, and let's just call it something crazy. Let's just say it was 1,500 Z-Bucks per person, but you happen to have 6,000 Z-Bucks. Would you see any value in taking, did you say son and daughter?
Yes.
Your son and daughter on a cruise that was 100% free, paid for by Z Club and TranzactCard because you decided to use the TranzactCard to pay your bills, buy your groceries, put gas in your car over the previous 6 months.
I mean, that'd be amazing if it were
real, right?
Sure.
Well, this coming week, there are 100 cabins filled with TranzactCard members that did exactly what I just shared with you. It's called a flash sale. What the company does is, in addition to that Amazon-like shopping club, they go out and they will buy a certain quantity of specialty items, and they will put them into the Z Club under what's called a flash sale. And it's called a flash sale because there's a limited quantity and it's first come, first serve. If you're not sure, they do that because it stimulates all of the people to go back in and check the Z Club out on a regular basis. Because again, imagine, Chucky, if you were thinking, man, I'd love to take my kids on a trip, but money's tight and it is what it is. But you happen to be conditioned to check the Z Club, and you saw that cruise. Would you have interest in literally dropping 4,500 free Z-Bucks? Again, 4,500 free Z-Bucks into that club to surprise your 2 kids with a free cruise.
That would be insane.
Okay, that's why Ed got so excited about TranzactCard because he did his own math. He knows how much he and Kara are spending monthly on their bills, on their groceries, when they go out to eat, when they put gas in their car, just their monthly expenses. And he realized they already go on vacations. They could now use the Z Club, whether it's for a flash sale, like I just told you, or to lower the price of a resort or a hotel stay by 20, 30, 40%, because that's the other part of the Z Club that has a travel aspect to it. So I could talk for hours. I don't want to do that, but I just wanted you to understand that this is the real dollar value that you can apply those Z-Bucks for when you're going to go out there and buy something or purchase a resort trip or a vacation. So that being said, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being absolutely, 1 being not at all, do you see the value that we can offer the average everyday person who's just transferring their regular spending without changing anything in their schedule?
Absolutely. Yes.
Stupid question. Do either one of your children have their own savings or checking account?
My daughter does. She's 17.
Do you think she would be happy and love dad if you gave her a TranzactCard membership so that when she goes out there and spends her own money, she's accumulating her own Z-Bucks as well?
What's the age that you could enroll someone
You
for?
know, I'll be honest with you, they say 18, but who knows? Maybe they'll let a 17-year-old in. But the idea is, even if she can't get it right now, you can share it with her. You can accumulate Z-Bucks and buy stuff for her and get her ready to go out there and become a TranzactCard member when she turns 18.
Kind of some lessons there, I would think.
Absolutely. Listen, the way I look at it is it's free money. I don't care what age anybody is. If you give me $10 and show me a way to get $20 in value, kind of like a 2-for-1 coupon, I'm never going to say that's a dumb idea. I'm just going to thank you and use it. Now, before I let you go, as a chiropractor, have you ever done any type of marketing or promotions to boost your patient base?
Always.
Do you do anything to kind of keep your chiropractic business in the patient's mind? Because some patients, unfortunately, don't treat it like a process. They treat it like an event, and they only think of you when they have pain.
Usually when we set up these programs, these health programs, I usually get them to commit to a certain number of services to correct the issues that they have. But if those issues become corrected, then yeah, it would have to be, there's usually a follow-up. Like if it's a slow week, usually someone from the office will reach out to people, even something as simple as a text message, just to say, how are you feeling? What's going on? Haven't seen you in a while, just to see if they have forgotten or were too busy, and just kind of circle them back.
Sure. Well, let me ask you the ultimate stupid question. If magically your patients could find out about the benefits of TranzactCard, do you think they would happily use the TranzactCard program to get their own discounts and benefits that we just talked about?
I think if they saw the value in it, sure.
Because I'll offer this to you. Again, it's up to you, but you could actually be the point of contact that introduces them to TranzactCard. Something as simple as having a little point of sale promotional item up on your receptionist desk, and have your receptionist just actually say to each patient as they're leaving and getting ready to pay, by the way, are you a TranzactCard member? Which should prompt them to say, which TranzactCard? And then your receptionist leaves them with the short video, whatever. But if they became a TranzactCard member through your chiropractic office, here's why it's so valuable. How would you, Chucky, like to get paid every single time, not when they paid at the chiropractic office, that's the obvious one, but when they leave your office and go to the dry cleaners, put gas in their car, go to the movies, go out to dinner, not go to the movies, but pay their Hulu and Netflix bills, not go out to dinner, but go grocery shopping and come home and cook. Imagine, again, just as a businessman, the amount of revenue that gets generated by each of your patients all month long. If you could get just a tiny little piece of that, would you have any interest?
I'm sure if that was possible.
That's the second half of TranzactCard, and I'm not going to bore you with it all right now. But the first half is the member benefits and what we all as consumers get. But I would encourage you to get with Ed and watch a presentation. It's about 25, 30 minutes long. And then I would be more than happy to jump back on. Hopefully you're comfortable talking to me. You realize I'm not here to hard sell you. But if that makes sense, I would say this to you. You probably have a credit card processing machine at your chiropractic office, correct?
Yes.
Have you ever noticed those nasty little 1.5%, 2% charges that Visa and MasterCard are very happy to charge you every time somebody swipes?
Yes, usually I have to pay them.
Exactly. Now, let's just be honest. On a $30 visit, 2% is what? 60 cents?
Right. Yeah.
You're not getting rich on 60 cents, right?
No, no one
But
is.
imagine American Express, Visa, MasterCard picking up 15 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents every single time somebody swiped a credit card. Do you understand why they might be the most successful, financially successful and wealthy companies on the planet?
Of course.
They're getting a little piece every single time anybody does anything. I'm giving you that option as a chiropractor by simply being the point of contact, introducing TranzactCard to your patients. If they see the value, they will always forever remember every time I use these Z-Bucks, it was Dr. Chucky that introduced it to me. And the benefit to you is, should they go out there and fully engage in TranzactCard using this membership, and let's just say they're spending $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 a month on the card, you could be picking up, let's just call it a couple dollars, $1.50, $2.50, $4, $5 a month per customer.
Right.
They have the ability, Chucky, to refer other members to the TranzactCard that would be linked back to you, and you would get paid on them, even though they're not even members through you or patients of your chiropractic office. But through the network of referrals, you would still get paid on them. How does that
seems
sound?
like one of those too good to be true kind of things.
Well, that's why I'm not asking you to make a decision right now, but I hope I've given you enough of a reason to say, yeah, there's value in taking 25, 30 minutes to watch this presentation and see if it is as good as that guy said. Fair enough?
That seems fair, sure.
Excellent. Well, again, out of respect for your time, if you have more questions, I'll answer them. But if not, I'm going to let you get back with Ed. You guys have a great relationship. Ed will share with you how long he's known me and why he trusts me. But the bottom line is, if it makes sense to you, Dr. Chucky, I personally will make sure that you have everything that you need to succeed with this, because I respect, first and foremost, your time and effort as a chiropractor. So I don't want you to look at this as an either or do I have enough time? Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for taking the time tonight, and good luck to you, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Copy that. All right, folks. That's how I would do the follow-up with Ed's good friend, the chiropractor, Dr. Chucky. Now, if anybody has any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free. We'll start with Ed, because obviously he was just playing Dr. Chucky the entire time. But I don't want to go long tonight, because I want this to be a video that people actually watch and benefit from. But since you are here, if you have questions, comments, or thoughts, starting with you, Ed, anything I could address?
It's just since you're actually recording this, I think it would be a good idea to kind of put it on the record if somebody brings up that ever so wonderful question of, is this one of those things?
Absolutely. Anytime you get, and if I offend anybody, I'll apologize in advance. Anytime you get a dopey, dumbass question from somebody, don't be negative. Just say, it's a great question. Why do you ask? Why do you ask is a polite, respectful way to respond, but forces them to now defend their stupid question. And usually, Ed will tell you for sure, they will begin to mumble and babble because they don't even know what they're asking or why they're asking it. It's because they heard a story from their cousin's best friend or their buddy's uncle, and they just feel obligated to say, is this one of those things? But one of those things does not deserve my response other than, that's a great question. Why do you ask? And you'll find that most people will dismiss their own question and move forward when they realize they're the one forced to answer it, not me. If it's not a stupid, dumbass question, the response is, that's a great question. What else do you need addressed to make the best decision for yourself? That's how you respond to the questions professionally and effectively. That's a great question. Why do you ask for dumb stuff? That's a great question. What else do you need answered and addressed in order to make the best decision going forward? I could charge thousands of dollars to teach people how to do that versus say their own dumb stuff back and screw up the opportunity. Anything else, Ed?
Well, interestingly enough, we went through a lot of this the other night. So
Listen, that's what, just so you guys know, Ed and I spent almost 2 hours one-on-one doing all this stuff. And I said when we were done, the way you repay me is we're going to do this on video for the whole group. So that's why that's why I chose Ed, because we already went through this. I knew you guys would benefit from it. Anybody besides Ed, because obviously he's had all of his questions addressed. If it's important, I want to address it. If it's not, I don't want us to extend and hopefully not go past an hour. But I really do want to make sure each of you are leaving here saying, damn, now I got it. And you're going to hit this thing hard because bottom line, guys, this opportunity is ACEs. It is our job. I believe anybody with two brain cells that ever collide inside their skull will say yes to this if given the right information, if presented properly and given the presentation the right way, everybody's going to say yes to this. If they have questions, that doesn't make them a bad person. It just means, hey, that's a great question. What else do you need answered and addressed so that we can move forward together? This would not be considered MLM 101. This would be considered getting your master's degree. Anyone at all? Questions, comments, thoughts? If not, I'll take the accolade that was so darn good that you guys are just in amaze.
I think, can everybody, Patricia, you want to go?
Okay. I was going to say, yes, I am amazed. But my question, well, I don't know if it's a question or statement, but we have been, when I say a lot, I mean running into a lot of people that won't even give you the chance to talk or anything because we're finding a lot of people have been scammed by other companies, by people that they know and trusted. And it's like, get away from me. It's like you have the plague.
Honestly, you're not alone. That is probably the first, second, and third obstacle that any career networker experiences, including me. So it's extremely important. I'm not being cocky when I say this. We have to be extremely enthusiastic about what we're doing. We have to be extremely confident in what we're doing. We have to be extremely competent in what we're doing. And we must respect what we're doing to the point where I would say, again, using you, Miss Tricia, listen, I get that you're bent and twisted out of shape, and rightfully so, because you've been screwed over. Is that a fair statement, Miss Tricia?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a point blank question. How long have you known me?
Oh, about 20 years.
Okay, so in 20 years, do you put me in the category of a piece of crap that's gonna lie and cheat you? Or do you put me in the category of somebody you actually trust and respect?
Okay, you're crazy, but I do trust you and respect you.
Listen, I'm a crazy ass for sure, but I'm a trustworthy, loyal crazy ass.
Yes.
Now, based upon that, I'm asking you to give me 5 minutes. I'm asking you to review this. You can say no afterwards, but you can't say no beforehand because you're dismissing me outright based on some stuff that somebody else did to you. And I'm not saying it's okay. And believe me, you want this crazy ass to go chop him into pieces with a Highlander katana, but don't punish me because you got screwed before. That's all I'm asking. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Now, was I respectful to Tricia? Yes. Was I also respectful to myself? Yes. What did I put on the line? Our relationship. If you want to say I'm a piece of crap that you think is going to lie and cheat you, you need to tell me that. If you're not going to tell me that, then you need to do me the damn favor. I'm okay saying that to everybody, and I'll take the chips where they fall. That's what each of us are going to have to do when we come up against that hard-headed person. Because honestly, I don't think Trisha's saying, you're a piece of crap, I think you're going to cheat me. She's got PTSD from being screwed over by other people. It's a fair thing. I can't get mad at her for that, but I can't let her punish me. That's the balance. I think that's why I've always had a solid career, is because I don't attack people. I look at things from their perspective. I look at it from their point of view, and I can relate to being screwed over, but I also don't run around punching everybody else in the face because I got screwed over. I got screwed over plenty. I could look at everybody as a piece of crap and take the first punch, but I would go nowhere in life. So I look at it from their perspective and say, I get it, but are you really saying you think I'm a piece of crap? Or are you just saying you think lots of people are pieces of crap? And then they go, no, not you. Fantastic. Then do me the damn favor. Is that acceptable as an answer, Miss Tricia?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Big Sam, did you have your hand up there?
Yeah, I did, but you pretty much answered. I mean, I know I hear Trisha, and she's saying about, I guess, people that won't take a look at it, giving her a hard time, whatever. I don't know. I'm just at a point now that I'll talk to individuals myself, and I feel if I've given them or if I try to approach them and they don't want to take a look at it, I just tell them, hey, just remember TranzactCard, and just remember that I came to you first, or I talked to you about it first before someone else. And I'm just trying to expose or get the name to as many people as I can, so that when the light bulb does go off, or when this thing really gets big, they may come back around, they may not, but at least I exposed them.
That you have a relationship with?
Yeah.
Are you having that defining moment, calling them like?
Well, I'm not doing them like. I'll be honest. I'm not doing them like the John Castino way. I'll be honest, John. I'm not.
You don't have to, but honestly, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised at the response you get. In fact, I'll say something funny. Jerry and Tracy might remember this. There were people that before we had Zooms and stuff like that, I used to do conference calls 3 or 4 nights a week. People would meet me and go, damn, I thought you'd be a lot bigger. They're like, what do you mean? You sound like you're 6'2", 275 pounds. And they look at me, I was 5'10", 165. They go, you talk with authority. And I go, that's how we all should talk, meaning respectful, but very firm in what we believe in. And I can honestly say to you guys, I didn't always sound like that. I always had that hesitation of offending my friends, destroying a potential relationship until I went, wait a minute, I'm a great friend. The hell am I worried about? You should be afraid of losing my friendship. And when I shifted gears with that, my right hand to God, people fell in line because they knew what I knew. Damn, I don't want to lose John as a friend. So all I had to do is say, listen, I just want to be clear on this. If you asked me for the favor, I'd have done it for you. Is there something I've done that I need to apologize for? No, 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 no. Then what the hell are you doing? Just do me the favor. And I'm telling you, Sam, when it's right for you to do, I promise you, you're going to come on here and go, John was right. These people absolutely were afraid to lose my friendship. But it comes down to us growing into that confidence. It took me years, took me 4 years to get to that confidence level. But I use it freely now. And people go, oh man, you sound, it's who I am now. And a lot of people misunderstand, go, he thinks he's a hard ass. No, I don't. I just have boundaries. And it's like, you can say, John, you're a jerk and I don't like you. I'm not mad at you, but I don't owe you a favor if you ever ask. That's how I look at it. It's the trade-off. And I just view it as most people realize I want Costino in my back pocket if I ever need him. And I use that. I use that leverage is what I'm saying. So I promise you, Sam, when it's right for you, you do it. But I'm telling you, you're going to shake your head going, damn it, I should have done this a long time ago.
I just can't wait to tell everybody a story me and you had. I'm telling you, it's just
You know I get misunderstood as a hard ass all the time. Who the hell does he think he is? I'm like, John damn Costino.
Well, yeah, thanks, John.
Thank you. Thank you. Jarrell, I see your hand up there, sir.
I'm you. You're
Can I
low.
hear you, sir? Yep, you're very faint. Wherever the microphone is, it's very faint.
Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Oh man, you got like a regular podcast all set up.
No, okay. Can you hear me now?
I'm just kidding with you. Go ahead.
No, my question was like, as far as like self-development and things of that, is there anything that I should listen to, or recordings I should listen to, or readings, books, just to better prepare me mentally for going out and spreading?
I'm gonna give you the honest answer. Go to my YouTube channel and watch all the videos. I have probably 50, 60 videos from the past that are up there that are all personal growth, leadership development, but always with a slant towards home-based business. They're free and they're always on point. And I think if you just started listening to them, you would say, Dan, there's some good stuff in here.
Okay, that was the first question. And secondly, can someone invite me to the Facebook group? I tried to find it before. I was unable to.
Friend me on Facebook.
Okay.
It's a picture of me with I think I have a baseball cap on. Looks like Michael Landon from Little House on the Prairie, people tell me. Go ahead and shoot me a friend request and I'll go ahead and invite you to all the groups.
Okay, sounds good.
Absolutely. Thank you for asking.
All right, thank you.
You got it. KJ, I see your hand, my friend.
Well, what I wanted to say was I was supposed to go with Jerry on a person, and they had a bad relationship with me. We're not gonna say the names of the past companies, but that's what they throw back in my face.
Okay.
So I thought about what you said, and it does make sense. And I will get back with this person as a close family member, because every time he fell on his freaking face, I pulled his ass up. And it pissed me. And I never thought to throw that back at him, because you need me more than I need you. I just, okay, we cool. Let it go. We let it slide. We moved on. And what you say, I always thought that was like kind of a cheap shot into it, but it's not a cheap shot, because when you fall, you call me.
Mm-hmm.
but you dog me out on one little thing that happened. But every time you fell, I'm there. So I see what you're saying. It does make sense. You will need me before I need you. And that's what you throw back. I got you. I saw when Sam said it too. I saw what you're saying. It makes sense.
Excellent.
Because they don't want to lose me faster than I would just cut you off.
I wholeheartedly, I'm even going to give you another option that you can use. If anybody ever has somebody say, man, we did this crap in the past and it didn't work out. Here's my answer to that. In fact, Kevin, let's role play it. Go ahead and throw that at me. Say, Johnny, what the hell are you calling me about, man? We did three other programs and we failed in all of them. Throw that at me. It's like sledgehammer to the head.
Didn't you talk to me a couple of years ago on a program and it failed? And I told you it was going to fail. What you got to say now? You think I want to get back on this same old roller coaster with you?
KJ, I called you because I believed in it. We both gave it an effort and we both failed. Can we agree we both failed with it?
Okay, I'll agree with that.
Now, that's the last chapter in the book right now. If this is as good as I think it is, my book ends with a better chapter. I'm calling you because I just want to know, honestly, right now, your story is written with a real crappy last chapter. I owe it to you to share this with you because I don't know about you, but I want my story to end on a high note with some success. Now, my question to you is this. What does it hurt you to take 5 minutes and look? Because I'm giving you the opportunity to tell me hell no and not do it. But what do you risk in looking versus how pissed will you be if you don't look at it? And I am right, and this is a good program. And my next chapter is up here, and I call you and go, you dumbass, I called you. You said no, didn't even look at it. And now your story ends there, and my story ends here. I'm trying to bring you with me. Don't fight me on that. Just take a look and then decide yes or no. Fair enough?
Now, this is the killer.
Go ahead.
I looked at it, and I looked at the other one. And where are we at now?
What did you look at here and not like?
Now, this is what I was told. I know 4 different programs, but we can't tell you the 4 different programs that are kicking behind over what we got going on. That's the killer.
I'm positive you can't bring me a program that's equal to this. If you can bring me to a program and introduce me to an expert to answer my questions, I'll stop this and join you. How's that for confidence?
Gotcha.
Now, you put your butt back in that chair and you do what I asked and you look at this one, unless you can bring me to something better. I'm calling BS.
Okay. That sounds like a winner. Okay.
I promise you guys, there's nothing worse than friends and family that want to take shots.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, when we're done, I used to tell people, I'm RoboCop, man. I'll just stand there. You can fire all the bullets you want and listen to them bounce off because I'm not going anywhere. And literally, people used to drag people to my Saturday trainings just for the Q&A. I would do a presentation, I would do a training, and then they'd say to their friend, go ahead and take a shot. He's going to kick your ass. Go ahead. And they would fire all kinds of questions, and I would just knock them all out of the park and watch these people get defeated and deflated with, now I got to join.
Mhm.
And that's why I'm saying to you guys, bring them all here to me until you're comfortable doing it. But I promise you, there's never going to be anything anybody can bring, because before I promote something, I beat the ever-loving crap out of it, kick it every which way but loose. And if I can't find a hole in it, not that I'm smarter than anyone else, but I consider myself as smart as everyone else. And there's no holes in this one. So feel very confident, very comfortable. I know that sounds arrogant. It's not meant to be arrogant. It's meant to say, I'm thorough with my research. I also have 30 plus years experience. I also was a math major in college who went to law school. So I've got a whole lot of different angles that I come at this stuff. And so when I finally put my name on it, doesn't mean it can't fail. It just means there's no blatant open holes anywhere. Thank you, KJ.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your hands go up again.
I'm trying to figure this thing out. That's all.
No, I thought I saw Sam's hand go up.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm good, Big John.
Thank you, sir. Did
Well,
miss-
I want to say this, guys, I have to go, but I have also a good approach to that too, John.
Well, and I promised you I wasn't going to go long tonight. I just want to make sure if there's no more
No,
questions.
I answer. There's some great questions. Stay on for that. That's very important. All right, guys, have a good one. Awesome.
Good night.
Awesome. Awesome. Listen, ask questions.
Listen,
I had a
that's
good
what
answer
you
to that
me.
too as well. All
That's
right,
what
guys.
inspired me.
That's all right. Awesome.
All righty, folks. Any other questions going once? Twice? All right, I'll ask this question. Does everybody feel more comfortable and confident in going out there and approaching people?
Yes. Yes, for
sir.
sure. For sure.
All right, then I have done my job. By the way, there's also a video that I recorded last night with two of my friends who are in TranzactCard that is specifically for TCM membership. Miss Tracy, would you like to share that with people? No, not talking. Do you want me to send that video out or do you want to send it to them? Okay. I am going to put this video. In fact, again, if you're not following my YouTube channel, it's in the YouTube channel. And I'm eventually going to drop it into the TranzactCard 3x3x3 builder group. I just wanted to get some feedbacks from some leaders because I don't like to put my stuff out there for other people that are not part of my team. You guys are all part of my team. So I sent it to Miss Tracy and Jerry to review. And other than the fact that I look absolutely horrible because I got so many teeth missing from the accident, I hate looking at myself in the video, but it's good information to share with somebody who's struggling to understand why they should become a TCM now versus waiting until, January, February, March, April. There's a lot of good value in that. And it's just a discussion between three veteran networkers who are also professionals who also are in TranzactCard. So it's non-threatening, but it's just a great video and good information. All righty. You don't talk, Miss Tracy. You just go ahead and heal. All right, folks. Good night. God bless. Thank you so much for being here. And this will be posted on my YouTube channel and available within the next 2 hours. Good night. God bless everybody.
Question, John, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Last thing, your YouTube channel, is it under your name?
John Costino, yes.
Okay.
Okay. I was going to ask that same question. Thanks, Jarrell.
No problem.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
All right.
Good night,
All
John.
right. Take care, John.
Bye-bye now. See you guys Thursday.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.